Howdy y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would do a little tutorial of what I wear like to class and stuff in college most of the time. And I know like these videos used to be really popular, or maybe they still are, I don't know. But whenever I was in high school, I would be like, what kind of makeup do college girls wear? Because college girls are the coolest girls ever. And yeah, I don't obviously watch those videos anymore, so I don't know if they're popular anymore, but I just want to say, like, I don't know if my school is kind of weird or not. I go to a state school, so just for reference, so at my school, it's kind of weird to wear a full face of makeup. Like, most of the girls don't wear any makeup, and that's what I used to do all the time, but since I got into makeup, I've been wearing it more, but I do, like, a little bit of, like, a no makeup look, but it's, like, definitely you can tell you're wearing makeup, but it's, like, not, like, a full, like, going out face, you know what I mean? So, like I said, I go to a state school, which is, like, means, like, one of the big, I guess we're in the Big 12, if that's any reference point, but, I think we might be a little weird because, like, I know my friends from other state schools say that, it's weird. I guess I should be putting on makeup right now. So I'm gonna start with my moisturizer. You can use any moisturizer. Say that it's weird if, like, you're expected to wear makeup pretty much. And, like, from my home state, that's where people say that. And, like, I guess I would be very odd if I went there because I used to never wear makeup. And I just got along just fine here because no one else does either. But, with this routine, I am not even going to be using foundation. Like, if you are not comfortable with your skin or, like, you just enjoy wearing foundation, feel free to do that. But for this look, I am just going without it. And this moisturizer is going to help the powder products I'm putting on stick. Oh, you know what? I need to go get a towel to wipe my hands on. BRB. Okay, I got my towel. It's just a dirty towel that I wipe makeup on. So, anyway, also, I'm, like, being a little bit quiet because I feel, like, awkward filming a little bit because I think my roommate's boyfriend's in the other room and I just feel uncomfortable. But anyway, I was thinking if y'all have an issue with the volume, like, in most of my videos, I'm, like, a lot louder, but, let me know in the comments if it's, like, really hard for you to hear me or something, because, I was thinking about getting a microphone, and I don't know if I want to, like, invest in one yet, because I have not many followers, you know, like, not many people watch my videos anyway, but I think it would be a fun investment, so just so you know, I just went in with the, Urban Decay Primer Potion on my eyes. And then I'm going to go in with my Pan That palette. You can really, like, do any palette. It doesn't really matter. But I'm going to start off by setting it with this shade Tan and also mixing it a little bit in with this shade Bone. And just going up, like, underneath my brow. Just to cover up any, like, wrinkles. And this is, like, a makeup tutorial where you don't really need that many brushes or tools. This is just a fluffy $1 Wet n Wild brush that I got at, like, Walgreens, I think. And I think they sell them at Walmart too. But anyway, so after that, I'm going to go in with the shade Scorched. And honestly, I switch up what I do on my eyes every once in a while, but today I just want to go for, like, a lighter look. So I'm mixing it in with Tan a bit and just putting that through the crease. I'm using the exact same brush. So going into Scorched, going into Tan, just wiping that in the crease. That's pretty much it. And then I'm gonna dip my finger. I'm just using my middle finger because I learned this from Tati. Like, she always uses her fingers to do her makeup. And, you know, if it's good enough for Tati, it's good enough for me. So, just do that. But anyway, like I was saying, like the school I go to is really chill, so like most girls don't even wear makeup at all. Like, and the normal attire is wearing like a t-shirt and shorts or leggings. Like if you see someone wearing jeans, it's weird. Also, I want to make note that like this is my L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I remember there's this girl. I'm a science major, so like usually I don't know, a lot of the people in my major are not very worried. This is so stereotypical. This sounds like I'm being a B word, but they're not very worried about their appearance. But this one girl, she's like very type A, and she used to do like full on going out makeup every day. Like I'm talking the full shebang. Oh, see, this is why I do my mascara first, because if I tap something like this and get it on my skin, it's like easy to wipe off. I don't understand how people do mascara last, because I feel like I get it on myself all the time. But anyway, so people would, I did it again. It's just because this is a new mascara I'm not used to. I literally just opened this up like this week, so I'm not used to the size of the wand. But yeah, I'm like not even getting on with the story. So yeah, people would make fun of her for that, so. But I'm pretty sure at other schools it's like kind of normal. I think like at more like community college type stuff, like most people don't wear makeup. It's like, which is fine. I mean, it doesn't really matter either way. Do what you want to do. But I'm just telling you like the norms where I'm from. So after, I only do top lash mascara, like, and I save the bottom lash for after I've done my face, because I don't want it to like get in the way, you know. And this is my NYX HD Studio. The only reason I'm using this one is just because it's like in one of my project pans and I need to use it up, but you can use any concealer that you like. I personally really like the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define one. And also I'm using my finger to blend this out because it just like warms up it just blends it into your skin better, because it like your finger's warm. And see, it wouldn't really work as well. Like I wouldn't use your finger like this if you have foundation on, because it might like tug the foundation and make it look weird. But whenever you're not wearing foundation and just concealer, like your finger's really good, because it's just like warm and helps it blend into your face really well. Dark circle under eyes, we don't know her. Look, I look kind of like crazy with this like wing moment right here. It's kind of funny. So then I go in with my Stila Convertible color in the shade GRWM, and it's a cream blush, and I use a sponge, and I had previously put on a powder on top of this so that it doesn't pick up as much product, because I don't like it to be too intense. And then I just go over my cheeks and over my nose. I always put blush on my nose, because I think like I really like the sunburn effect, and if you don't do that, then it just looks like kind of weird. Like it doesn't look like it's like an actual natural burn. It's like just like you definitely like you can tell you're wearing makeup, and obviously like you can tell I'm wearing makeup by now. But yeah. So then I'm gonna go in, I guess I don't want to reveal too much because this is in my project pan, but this is just my Maybelline pressed powder, and you can go in with any pressed powder is good. Or like, the reason why I'm using this is because it's in like super old and it's in my project. Obviously this is super old packaging, but any pressed powder will do, and I just use that to set the concealer. That's all I'm really doing, because I don't want it to be weird. So after that's done, I go in with this Revolution Conceal and Define, and this is in shade C5, so it's closer to my actual skin tone, whereas the one I put under my eyes was more of like a highlight color. And then I usually have like some discoloration on my chin, and then occasionally I have some on my forehead that I just like to get rid of a little bit. think I want to get rid of that a little bit. It's a little bit too red. And then I just go in with my, this is the Eco Tools one, and this is like by far my favorite sponge. I will never use another sponge. I would say, I mean, never say never, but like, I don't really want to switch it up, you know? I've tried other sponges and it's just nothing's as good. And so that covered up a little bit of that redness. See, right now on my face, like, you can't even really tell I have that much makeup on. And I like that because, like, you can see my freckles and it looks natural. So now I'm going to go in with this. Oh, another thing to do with this, like, I never used to do this, but I found, like, my roommate's about to come, so my dog's going to start barking, so I'm going to pause it for a second. Okay, I'm really proud of my dog because she didn't even bark, and I'm absolutely shook. So when you're doing makeup without foundation, it's really important to set the moisturizer with powder before you go on with bronzer. Otherwise, your bronzer will look patchy. So what I'm using is, this is the Almay Smart Shade. This is a really old packaging. I don't know if you can tell. This is a really old packaging, but they do still sell this. I see it in Walmart all the time. Like, so you can get this. Or just really any, I like loose powder because I'm just like, I prefer loose powder overall. I don't see myself buying another pressed powder in the future. I just wanted to use this one up. But yeah, you just set the perimeter of your face, like anywhere where you're planning on putting bronzer. You set it with this powder. And I like using this one that has a little bit of color. This is in the shade Light Medium, by the way. But I like using this one that has a little bit of color to it because, like, if you go in with a translucent, it just looks like it sometimes can give you a little bit of a white cast. And so anywhere that you're going in with bronzer, set it with this because it'll just help it blend a lot better onto your face and it won't look patchy. So there's that done. See how natural I look. Ooh, ooh. Okay, so now I'm going in with my bronzer from my Project Band. Any bronzer you have will do. This is the Ulta one. I actually don't mind it. It is patchy if you don't set the moisturizer though, or if you don't even like your foundation. You kind of have to set everything for this one to make it like just glide on smoothly. And I think that's like pretty common for bronzers, but I think there are some that like are just so good that you don't have to do that. But I don't mind doing it. I think it just helps everything like look more seamless to me. So now I have a little bit of a bronzy moment there. I'm just gonna intensify that on the top of my forehead. So there's the bronzer. And I also like to use this highlighting brush. Well, I think it's a highlighting brush. I don't know what they consider it. This is another Wet n Wild brush, but I go on the sides of my nose and then I'll drag it slightly onto the cheek. And this is like a way of like contouring your nose without putting in any effort. So it's just like, see, my nose looks a little bit skinnier, but also being as pale as I am, I typically burn on my nose, so I think it makes it look more natural that my nose is like, has a little bit of color to it. So that's done with the bronzer section. And we're heading on the home stretch. We're almost done already. See, it's like a really quick look, but I'm gonna go in with this Maybelline Total Temptation, and I honestly don't have an issue with this. Like, I would repurchase it if it was like really cheap or something, but I'm ready to move on to bigger and better things. So if you have this, cool. If you don't go out and buy it. Like, use whatever you have. And that's really true for all these products I'm using. I'm not saying like you need to go out and buy any of this stuff that I'm using necessarily. You can make do with what you have. The only thing I would say that like you might not have, like that's not like a common thing that you would already have in your collection, is like the cream blush, because I think the cream makes it look more natural, but you can always use your powder or whatever. I just personally really like the cream. And then the Almay Smart Shade, it doesn't matter the brand, but like just a powder that's closest to your skin tone. I know that for me, I typically, in my collection, I don't have any other powders like that. Like, a lot of people don't have powders that are closer to their skin tone. They usually just stick with like a translucent. And a translucent will work, but I just really prefer the one that's close to your skin tone because I think it helps make the blend of the bronzer look more seamless. And I'll run this through my brow just a bit. And a lot of times I enjoy using powder on my brows. Like, that's what I use a lot of times, but I'm trying to use this up. So when I do powder in my brows, I use this shade Singed from my palette. And I'll also use the shade Scorched on my outer half. So after that, I like to set all the powders in place with my Mario Badescu facial spray. And any setting spray will work, but I just think that this one's like good for days you don't care. I actually got this on like a really big sale and I'm just trying to use it up. I don't know if I would repurchase it. I don't like how the droplets on it are, I don't like, first of all, the worst thing about it is you breathe it in and it's like not pleasant. Whereas when I've tried other setting sprays, I haven't had that because that's like strongly scented in rose. And I haven't had that issue with other setting sprays. I don't like breathing it in, and the droplets it puts on your face are really big, whereas there are plenty of setting sprays with a fine mist that I prefer, and I think that the fine mist is just better. So the last part is the lips, and you can use anything, honestly, like whatever floats your boat, but recently I've been going in with my Stila. It's a Sunrise Splendor Convertible Color Dual Lip and Cheek Palette, and I just kind of mix and match to create the color that I want. So it's fun. I really like that you can make any lip color you want. If I want to go for like a more natural lip color, I'll dip in to this color because I just like it's like a mauve pink, and I think it's like a little more natural. I like mixing that in with the nude, and this is, don't get me wrong, this is not a natural lip color, but it's definitely nudie, and it makes it look like I'm not trying too hard at the same time. And so then a lot of times I'll stop here, but I've been trying to use up my lip glosses, so I'll go on top with a gloss. I think it just like makes it look a little more like you tried. So if you're going for the I didn't try vibe, don't put on gloss. Yeah, that is the finished look. And I'm probably going to be filming a lot of videos today because I always film my videos on Saturday. And I'm going to go out and, let me see what time it is. I don't know. But I'm going to go out and eat lunch after this. And then I'm going to come back and film some more videos. So if you see me in this look frequently, then don't be upset. Sorry. I usually try to switch it up a bit, but I'm kind of behind on videos because I've been going through finals season and just been really bombarded with school. Haven't had a lot of time to film, so I'm probably going to film a bunch. Anyway, thanks for watching, and let me know if you try a look similar to this. I think it's nice. I think it's like if I wasn't wearing the eyeshadow, I think like the skin I could maybe pass for not wearing makeup, and the skin, the eyes and the lips. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Put on bottom lash mascara, and I also forgot to put on highlight. And I don't always use highlight, but when I do, because I feel like that gives away that you're wearing makeup. I do have like more natural highlighters that I typically go for. My favorite one is the Makeup Revolution one that's like really natural, and it's more of like a strobing, like natural natural glow. But I've been using this shade Luster in my Pan That palette, which is the lightest shimmer shade. And I'll go in with that on the cheekbones. And it just makes it a little, see, look at the difference. See, it just gives it an extra pop. And I do typically, like, with that, whatever's left over on the brush, I'll go in on the nose. And I usually do all this before I spray myself, but I just kind of forgot. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know if there's any other like makeup type tutorials you want to know, or if you have any questions about college life, and or like just questions in general. I think I've been wanting to do like a Q&A, but I feel like I don't know if people actually care about my life or whatever. So let me know if you have any questions. Bye. Oh, like and comment. That'll make me happy, because if you comment, I know who watches my videos, and I like knowing who watches my videos. Otherwise, you're just a rando. But if I knew you watch my videos, then I feel like I'm your friend. So